Hey guys, Jason along with my co-host Rich, and we're in Victory Brand Studios. And not only do we have Captain in the house, but we've got one of his buddies, O Strand. And whatever happens in this episode, just don't be surprised.
It's not always fun and games for first responders.
05 Central, you show me in pursuit.
But sometimes it is.
Oh my God, he's not wearing pants again.
Sometimes it's dangerous.
Flipping around, look out, look out, look out.
Sometimes it's not.
Antler Boulevard for a snake in a house.
And sometimes it's just plain stupid.
Chihuahua in his lap on a lawnmower.
This is the stupid side of first response.
Dispatch, do I really have to go to that?
This is Code 0.5.
Come in 0.5.
Hey guys, this is going to be I guess, not really a special one. We got Captain, he's back here, and I don't know if y'all remember, we had Jared in here a long time ago, and what'd you call him, Bubba J?
Yeah, Bubba J.
Yeah, you want to do some defense stuff there with Bubba J. Do you know, I talked to him earlier in the week, and he is like pumped or excited about wanting to be here, but he can't get a day off. His supervisor won't ever let him take a day off.
No, he picked that schedule.
I was trying to set something up where somebody might feel sorry for the guy, but after you meet him, you won't feel sorry for him.
No, he could just come down here and bring beef jerky in a 6-pack.
Yeah. All right, so all that crap we've been talking about him, and then here you come rolling up in here saying somebody needed to defend him. Defend what?
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a goofball.
Yeah.
But he works his butt off.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not on duty sitting at home playing Xbox and eating Taco Bell.
Now, who in the hell does that?
Renix.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Now I can't talk about Renix unless he's here because he's got to be able to defend himself. So.
Oh, no, there is no defense.
Yeah, piss on Renix.
There's no defense. He knows.
I heard Renix has lost some weight, man. He's in the weight room.
He's in the room.
I don't know if he's lost anything. Is that what you're saying?
No.
I'm sure he loses stuff all the time.
Yeah, he loses.
Maybe not that. But.
Ask him about the Home Depot incident.
Yeah.
Should we call him? No.
Why do y'all want to get that started? No, come on, don't. Out of all the things that I hear from people, they'll be like, man, I love the podcast. It's great. But whenever y'all get that one guy on there, all he does is go, and then when he does talk, there's like no weight to anything that he's saying.
Man, you guys are brutal right now.
Oh, you should have heard the stuff that was being said last night about Jason.
Oh.
What did I do?
Well,
you're hanging out with my guys.
Yeah, well, they used to be my guys, but
Yeah, they were his first.
Yeah.
I was supervising this shift before Jason, right? And one of the guys tells me, he's like, "Hey, Jason's more involved than what you were." And I said, "Bull crap! Jason's like the stepdaddy that doesn't want to be involved in your life but has to because he's dating your mom." And I was the dad that left for milk and never came back. So he said, "Well, Jason said that he's tired of paperwork and he's going to come out and tear it up with us." And I said, "Yeah, only if y'all go to the Chinese buffet."
Yeah.
I just want to know what paperwork is like wearing you out up there. I mean, you have to do something to generate paperwork, I thought.
Okay. Well, I have to go over their reports, which I get done like within the first hour that I'm there.
Which can be done from his vehicle because he has a laptop.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, okay. Why couldn't y'all left it at that?
This ain't about me, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to know exactly what I do and that I don't.
Well, I don't think anybody knows.
Tasha listens, so might want to.
And those guys, man, they'll come in my office and they're like, man, you need to get some chairs in here. And I was like, yeah, guys, I do. I'll get some chairs to put in here. I'm thinking to myself, hell no, I'm not.
I don't want anybody in here.
Yeah, they'll camp out.
Yeah, I used
More
to have
people.
chairs in my office, and now I have one chair.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, but then we just come and sit on the counter and stuff.
I know.
My favorite thing is when you walk in there and you hear Marcus on his keyboard. And he won't even acknowledge you because he's busy or whatever. So you sit there and wait because you know it pisses him off.
No, there's a few people where it ruffles me a little bit. Most people not, but
Renix will do that shit. He will come, like when he comes in, and he'll come stand in the doorway of my office, and he'll stand there and he'll like be on his phone, and he won't do like he's just there, or he'll stand there and look at me. I'm like, I'm working. What do you want? You know, like, oh, okay.
I just never quite understood how I am so busy that I can't even acknowledge you standing in my doorway, but yet everybody else is just hanging the fuck out in my office. And it's like, I think this workload thing may be a little lopsided.
I do it just to piss you off.
No, yeah.
Go stand in the doorway and
I know you do. Yeah, you're just jacking with me, but
because I'm there like 30, 45 minutes early.
Really?
And that's my time just to piss people off for a while.
All this time you thought you were being a good employee, and you're just
Oh, hell no. It's purely for my entertainment.
yeah.
And then after, when, my time gets there, when my shift starts, okay, bye. Y'all guys can go home. Shut up, man. Damn it. I'm not going to laugh ever again.
Why?
Because I did that stupid Muttley laugh, and you were you started laughing over there.
yeah, we were talking about that last night too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday night.
No, it was last night.
Well, Friday night, one of the deputies coming to my
Oh, it was
office
Friday
was
night.
telling
Sorry,
me that
yeah.
you were talking some mad shit on me. And I was like, yeah, probably. And then they go, hey, whatever Captain tells you, he's lying.
No, we weren't talking trash. I was making fun of you about your laugh and showing everybody the monthly video.
Yeah. They come in there and relayed all that to me. And of course, I have to send him a text. F you.
I think we looked it up.
Yes.
What, the laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played it last time he was
Did he?
on here. You don't
Okay.
have to keep
Yeah,
playing that
that's
shit.
I'll get that pulled up.
I've heard my laugh. I know what it sounds like.
You just need to tie it into your soundboard. Just
Yes.
hotkey it.
Oh, with old Muttley. He has it.
Instead of applause.
Yeah.
Whenever it's something funny.
That's the way it is.
I'm like never going to laugh again now because of y'all.
I thought you weren't going to laugh. Oh, wait, that's the video.
All right.
Yeah, we need to hotkey that.
We're going to do that no cell phones allowed thing in here.
Oh yeah.
Jason laughs. He's going to have to hit that inhaler.
There he goes. Here, you want this? Wherever it went.
Oh, crap, man.
All right. Here's the questions that I've got
All right.
for
Answer.
Captain and Jared. How long have y'all two known each other?
Too long. We used to live together.
We've lived together we've been roommates a couple of times.
I need to get a couple more of these.
10
Yeah, I
years?
just don't feel like leaning forward.
Roughly 10 years.
Yeah.
No.
And then I moved my brother here, and he doesn't like my brother because my brother ate his ramen noodles.
No, I love your brother. Your brother was aggravating when he first came to Oklahoma. But
He ate your ramen? Was it during that period of in between jobs?
Okay,
No.
why we got to bring up old shit?
Oh, yeah, from whenever he got fired from Colin, or that small town.
I don't know why we got to bring this up.
no, he was staying with us on the couch. And dude's he's married, trying to start a family now, and has good job. But at the time, he just moved in from Arizona and was just flopping on the couch. And for weeks, all he did was all I ever saw him do was sit on the couch and play Xbox. And I was like, Jared, is he ever gonna get a job or do anything? And I had some specialty ramen, it was like some nice ramen, not like the 35-cent packs ones.
Wait a minute. What the hell is specialty
I
ramen?
don't even know why it's specialty, but it tastes good.
Yeah.
Is it the black label stuff?
It comes in like a little box.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it disappeared one day, and I was upset because I was like, your brother. I know it was your brother. He's not working. He's playing Xbox, and now he's eating my ramen. And I was a little upset about it. So he denied it. And so eventually we moved on. And then Jared told me 8 years later that he was like, hey, man, I feel bad because I really did eat Marcus's or Captain Robin.
So you were eating his ramen the whole time?
No. It wasn't me, was it?
No, it was Joel. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I called him out on it, and he denied it. And 8 years later, he finally came clean to Jared
Oh,
when I was in
okay.
Japan, so I couldn't do anything about it. It was actually him that ate my ramen, and he felt bad.
Yeah, so it was one of those deals. My brother was living in Tucson because I got family out there. And he couldn't get a job, and he was hitting a spot where there was some concern that, you know, I mean, Tucson's a crap hole anyway. So I went out there to visit, and the decision was made that week he was going to move back with me. And so I hit up Marcus. He's like, "Hey, you can temporarily stay here, bro." Mm-hmm. Well, now I know he just said that because, you know, he didn't want to cause any conflict.
No, I was totally okay with it. I mean, he was a grown man, just like being a teenager at the time. I was like, he needs to go do something.
Yeah. So he's probably 19, 20.
He was young. Yeah, he was young.
And so we get him back here to Oklahoma, and he was all depressed and playing PlayStation, eating food for like 3 or 4 weeks. And they finally got a job out at the mall. And there was one night. So he's doing janitorial services at the mall. Yeah. And he gets home one night. It's after I'd moved out, and me and my brother got our own place. And he said, "I don't think I can do this." I said, "What?" I said, "You know how nasty people are?" Mm-hmm. And so apparently he had to go clean the bathroom, and somebody just crapped everywhere, like not even in the toilet bowl. And I don't even know how that happens. So then he got a really good job with an oil field company, and I mean, like he said, he's doing really good. I mean, he's doing great. That
reminds me, I used to work with this guy. He had like an irritable bowel syndrome or something, and was back when I was a medic and we were traveling, and we had stopped and gotten lunch or whatever, and I guess whatever he ate did not sit well with him. We had to do an emergency pit stop at a gas station. And it was one of those gas stations where you have to go in and ask for a key because it's key locked from the outside, and they make you carry like a hubcap or some stupid.
Yeah, I was going to say you're dragging a wheel with you while you're going in there.
Well, he's gone, you know, for however long he was gone. He came back, and I was like, "Man, you feel better?" He goes, "Bro," he said, "it was so bad. I went in there, and I guess he was undoing his pants as he was shutting the door, and he said he didn't even make it to the toilet. He just dropped trowel and blasted all over the side of the wall. Wow. He said he couldn't help himself, so he just cleaned himself up real quick and left. He was like, "Man, we got to get out of here." Wow. I was like, "Oh, my God, man."
You know, that brings up a question that I would want to ask him since he did that janitorial stuff for a while. Mm-hmm. Generally, which bathroom is more disgusting, the men's or the women's?
That's good. I mean, I can call him.
Ask him.
I mean, I'd like to know.
I bet it's the women's. I'll be honest with you.
Because, like, okay, my wife got upset with me this week or last week. I always piss her off. I can't remember. I get them mixed up. And she was complaining about when I shave, the hairs that are still in the sink. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
And I'm in there and I'm like, oh, heaven forbid that my hairs are in the sink when you have your 45 bottles of whatever products all over the counter. And, you know, and then you know how you usually hear about the guy will go to the bathroom and he'll throw his clothes down next to the hamper. Mm-hmm. She's the world's worst. And it's like, it's got to be, you know, it's not a guy thing. I think it's the women.
She's going to kick your ass. Yeah, you ever pulled the hair rat out of the bathroom or out of the drain of the bathtub?
Yeah,
you know, it starts draining low, and then you get in there and you pull out like 4 years worth of hair, and it's the most disgusting thing on the planet.
Yeah. Yep, I do that with my sink all the time. Matter of fact, I've gotten to the point where I got a wire hanger, and it's so long, and I just leave it draped next to the sink because I'll use it to unclog it from her damn hair.
That's what cycle.
Wow.
Are you really on the phone with him?
Yeah, he's called him up.
Right in the middle of all this. He's just having a conversation on the phone.
Yeah, he said it's the women's bathroom.
Really? It's the women's?
Yeah.
Told you.
Here. So you said it's the women's?
Yeah, it was always the women's bathroom.
And then Marcus wants to know if his ramen was good whenever you were eating it.
No, I never touched his ramen.
That's not what I heard.
But we were talking about whenever you moved here and you're working as a doing that janitorial stuff, and you came home one night because somebody had like blown the bathroom out, and you're like, "Man, I don't think I can do this much longer."
Yeah, I don't really remember that. I mean, I remember the guy shitting all over himself after I told him that the bathroom's closed.
I don't remember that.
Wow.
How do you close the bathroom?
Like he's right there.
I did the same thing.
I told him the bathroom was closed, and he went in there anyways. Went in the stall. Whenever he came out, he had shit all up his back.
Wow.
What did you expect him to do? He had to go.
That's harsh.
Fucking late.
Obviously, he couldn't.
Here's my thing, though. How long ago did this damn noodle thing happen?
Like,
Oh, 8, 9 years. I mean, it's been
it was
a long
2000. I didn't have Onyx yet. So it was 2016.
It was pre
2015.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
And you're still holding on to that?
No,
This
no,
must
it's
be
just
some
funny.
damn good ramen.
I love you.
It's just a funny story I tell about Joel. It's just
Okay, when did the you and Rich thing happen? Rich, you probably remember this more vividly.
that would have been spring of 15. Yeah.
Was it spring of 15, Rich? Do you remember?
No.
Well, I can't.
Oh,
Because it was it was before. It was right before I came
it makes sense.
where I'm at now. So
It makes sense.
I mentally blocked that out.
He holds on to some shit, don't he?
No, it makes sense why he's so upset about the ramen.
Oh,
Why?
Because whenever that happened with Rich, all he could eat was ramen. And so whenever somebody's taking his ramen,
Oh,
he had PTSD.
yeah.
Oh
At the
yeah.
same time.
Okay. Yeah. That probably.
I
is.
get it.
I swear to God.
Subconsciously, he was taking the thing that sustained my life.
So where the hell do you get this bougie ass ramen at?
I can't remember. I haven't had it.
God,
in
I can't
forever.
believe I just said
It came
that.
from Japan.
No, that one didn't.
Or China
no,
or something?
That was
I bought it
before
locally.
Temu, yeah.
I bought it from one of those specialty places. I think I can't remember.
What'd you say?
So that had to have been before Temu.
So I just learned about Temu yesterday.
Oh God.
Yep. And I was like, man, that's all. My brother's like, I got these shorts for $12. Blah, blah, blah. I said, man, that's great. And I start looking into it. It's like a freaking child work factory where they build clothes in China and ship them over here for $12. Forget that. I'm not paying $12 for COVID.
I don't think that's how it works, Jared.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that's obsessed with Temu.
I don't even know what y'all's talking about. Is it like a brand?
Okay, so you have Amazon where you can go and
Okay.
find everything, right? And then you have Wish, which is the cheaper version of Amazon, lower par. Now you have Temu, which is bottom of the barrel, but you can get like 3 cat tourniquets for $3. They're not cat brand; they're stamped cat,
Right.
But they're not cat brand.
That's a good business model.
Yes.
Those shorts like $10, and they make them in fat guy size. So I
Can you
buy
show me
some.
pictures without shirtless dudes on them?
I mean, I
Or is
really
that just what you
enjoy
have
this.
saved?
Just what he has saved.
That's just what I've saved. Yeah,
Did y'all see that video that I did where Tasha got
stuff
that,
like that.
that big ass box of shit from
But
Temu?
you got to make sure
Huh?
you get a size up.
Like those the Stanley big mugs or whatever.
Yeah.
She got one that's like that on Temu that she paid like $4 for or whatever.
Oh, she's on the Stanley Cup thing.
Yeah, and
my
it's a
God.
pretty solid cup. And she got me a pair of sunglasses, and I was like, "What are these?" And she goes, "Oh, I only paid $1 for them." Well, they're shit. They, when you put them on, it makes it look like there's a haze outside or it's
Yeah.
foggy. But she ordered, I don't know, like,
Oh, you may be able to see the COVID floating around.
yeah.
COVID particles.
But she got like 10 or 12 items and paid like $15 or something. But
That's how China takes over our country right there. All these basic white bitches are buying shit off of Temu.
uh-oh.
What?
I'm talking about all that stuff, and then he says he's,
Oh, hey, can you edit that out, by the way?
hell no, I'm not. I'd rather her be pissed at you than me. Oh, I got a text
Who's gonna be pissed?
because we're talking about ordering the stuff on
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
and he said these basic white bitches. Right after that.
Oh, okay.
She's not basic.
But our last episode, when we talked about that one where we talked about NPCs or whatever, I guess at one point y'all said something about strippers could be NPCs. And I was like, oh, I'd rather talk about that than the stupid NPC. Well, I got a text from her one morning. She goes, oh, really? You want to talk about strippers? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
It caused a fight for 2 weeks.
I remember us after you said you wanted to talk about them. We talked about it off the air, and you were talking about how nasty and gross it was, and you don't agree with that, and you just
How morally opposed you were to stripping.
Yeah, it would just hurt your heart to do that because of your family and everything. So.
Yeah, you said something about
You told me you have
I remember.
support single moms.
they were probably
He said he has everything he needs right at home.
they were probably just trying to provide for their family until some asshole just jerked their job out from underneath them and forced them into stripping.
That's probably
eating
how it
ramen.
Yeah.
That's why Marcus had to go work at Long Ears in about spring of 2015.
Yeah, pretty successful though.
Does she listen to this?
He made a lot of money.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah, she's been listening. Last.
We could drop some shit on here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we probably won't. Old buddy right here will.
I don't have anything to drop.
Well, she'll listen to it and then be like,
Well, besides the fact that he wasn't wearing a vest last night.
Yes, I
while he doing
was.
traffic.
Yes, I was. You just happened to catch me when I was in a parking lot chilling in between, so I was letting my chest breathe.
We'll have more coming up on Code 0.5.
If you're looking for a political podcast that goes beyond the headlines, check out the Beltway Briefing. I'm Howard Schweitzer, CEO of Cozen O'Connor Public Strategies. Every week on the Beltway Briefing, our team of former Republican and Democratic presidential appointees, Capitol Hill veterans, and political advocates shares behind-the-scenes perspective that cuts through the noise. If you want the inside scoop, subscribe now to the Beltway Briefing here or wherever you get your podcasts.
so does she get on to you if you don't have one on?
Well, no, but
Kind of like how you used to get on to me.
Yeah, she would, because he was like, I'm gonna text her and tell her you weren't wearing a vest. In fact, this morning he said he did. I was like, no, you didn't, because I talked to her this morning. She'd have beat my, she'd have yelled at me.
She didn't say anything. I think it's funny. Marcus is trying so hard not to cuss. She would have beat my ass, not talk.
I don't want to offend Nana. That's
yeah.
always on
Nana.
my mind.
I'm
man.
trying not to too, but it slips out, and I feel really bad. So if he doesn't edit it, I'm never coming back.
It's really funny because I mean everybody here knows I usually have a very I cuss a lot, and but I never did in front of my parents for the longest time, and then about like 5-6 years ago, I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I am who I am, and so I started just talking normal, and then my mom was like, I didn't know you talked like that. Like, yeah.
Well, last night.
You're right, I do.
Fucking
See, he has it installed in him. It's like a sensor. He's like, right.
yeah.
Oh, man, I got to catch myself talking to people.
The source code is put in that way.
My mom always just thinks the best about people.
Has anyone got to watch the Scott Peterson stuff? That
No.
Oh man, okay.
You're supposed to brush up on all
We'll
that.
Save that for another time.
Yeah, I
Let's go
was
back
way
through
too
that.
busy this week. I planned on doing some research so I could destroy you, but I didn't
Peterson
get to.
thing.
Maybe
Dude, I think you're gonna watch it, and do I think there's? It wasn't
Here
proven
we
beyond
go.
reasonable doubt.
Once you start talking about it, you won't stop.
No, you'll watch it, and I think we'll be on the same page. I don't think we're gonna argue about this one.
I watched that docu-series, and then I started watching it again in case I missed something, and I'm like, how?
But is it like a conspiracy theory type, like
No.
like Making a Murderer, right? Where I'm not saying.
Making a Murderer is bullshit.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
it was fantasy, because for their argument to be true about this conspiracy between law enforcement, you would have had to get two separate law enforcement agencies all on the same page, all to fabricate evidence and lie at the same time, and you can't get two people to do
We can't do anything.
No.
Okay, you know how it was done, right?
What's that?
They left out a bunch of stuff.
Well, yeah, but that's not conspiracy. That's laziness.
Well, because like when I watched it, I was like, man, this doesn't seem right. It looks like law enforcement was out to get him.
Oh yeah, it was very.
But if you go to, and I guess I'm promoting this, Daily Wire, they have a series that just came out called Convicting a Murderer.
Yeah.
And it tells the whole story.
Yeah.
And that stuff that was left out is actually in there. It talks about the blood that they had found like on him or something, which was left out in the original one. And they're saying after you watch all of these, you're going to be like, why is basically Hollywood, they're selling a damn story.
It's
They want you to
entertainment.
Watch
Yeah.
it.
I mean, without the conspiracy, they don't have a show.
But then all these people in Hollywood are like, oh, I can't believe they did that. See, law enforcement's corrupt and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it's just because that's how they told the story.
I learned that whenever, I think you were my supervisor whenever those people came, weren't you?
Whenever
From
what?
Netflix? On my dad's.
Oh yeah,
deal?
yes.
Yeah. Have we never talked about
The-
that?
all of those shows are very well
yeah.
produced, and they have their story that they want to tell. And
See,
Wait a
that
minute.
should be its own
Go well.
topic. That should be its own topic, for real.
Yeah.
Like that. So like
What?
on the next one, about how he was talking about like the people from Netflix and like their experience with that. This should be its own thing, dude. I'm telling you.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just do that.
And get deep in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
okay.
don't get too deep.
Yeah, we're not
don't
gonna
delve too deep
step
in that
off
right
in
now.
that.
We can step
Yeah, let's save it for the
because that was an interesting experience that I had.
That could be cool.
Speaking of that, we're fixing to be on that
Yeah, they're still working.
body
Yeah.
something, body
Yeah.
cam or
Yeah.
something.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had you'll probably remember, we had a pursuit about a year ago. One of our deputies did down south, and the guy went up hitting him head on.
Oh, yeah.
And all that stuff. Yeah. I guess one of those crazy body cam, shows or whatever want to do a thing about it, and they're wanting to come down and.
See,
Yeah.
y'all are on freaking Netflix, body cam shows.
Yeah,
I can't even get on YouTube.
I'm going to do everything I can not to be on the show.
I mean, I can come down here. And
No,
put it
you're
on
fine.
YouTube. I mean,
No, Renix will be on YouTube before I will.
First Amendment.
Yeah, YouTube is not a place to be. I can speak from experience.
Yeah, Marcus was on.
I was gonna
YouTube
call
when they
them to
called
come down to
Captain Hitler
What?
at one point.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
That was terrible.
Yeah.
You're talking about that
Dude.
idiot that was.
Yeah, I just asked him to leave. He was down there making a disruption, showing a camera in everybody's face at the courthouse. And he was hanging out outside of one of the courtrooms where they were having a juvenile docket. And, all the kids were there and he's taking photos and everything. So
What an idiot.
I
Moron.
very politely and professionally tried to explain to him and asked him to leave. And at one point, if I told him that there would be consequences if he didn't. And then next thing I know, we receive about 500,000 phone calls over the next week, and people has photoshopped me in Nazi uniforms, and I look like the goddamn Gestapo.
I remember that because a lot of the phone calls we're getting were from out of state,
Yeah, they were all from this guy.
Yeah.
He's got a big online following.
and he's an idiot.
It was frustrating because his video he left a part out where he was filming the juveniles,
Yeah.
and then the next it just goes from him walking around to bam right there. Hey, you need to quit recording, and that's all that it. So he didn't show the full. Video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I never even told him he couldn't record. I said,
Yeah.
if you're going to continue recording, we can't do it in here. And I mean, he was a little confrontational, but not aggressive. I mean, we just had words back and forth, not in a bad way. And then he left, and geez Louise, the fallout on that was crazy.
I mean, I agree with people to an extent, but we're not going to dive off into that.
That's its own show.
His smirk right there that he just had.
I'm just saying,
Because
man.
You two are disappointing me.
Well, he knows what
No,
he's
you need to write this down so that we because we could literally sit here and do 5 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all two better not be holding back. This is not Captain and Jared that I know right here.
I'm just saying that if it's a public building and it's a public government building, that people should have the right to record.
I don't think we have time on this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
We don't have time.
On this episode.
If we're not doing anything wrong, then. But I also get it from the standpoint of it's a controlled,
control
building.
space,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's not just openly public.
Right.
It's a controlled public, and there's a difference.
Yes, that should be a topic.
Okay, well, you guys know of
Constitution absolute.
Oh my
You
God.
remember that New Mexico governor?
Right. Yep. There you go. There's another
Mexico
one.
governor, bro. Oh my God.
Okay, well, you guys have heard some of the crap we're going to be talking about in the next few episodes, so make sure you come back. I don't even know what day this one's going to drop, but y'all, thanks for listening.
Thanks. Dude.
You have been listening to Code 0.5, the lighter side of police work. If you have ideas or suggestions for our show, we'd love to hear from you. Visit our website at code05.co. That's code05.co. And please consider making a donation at our Patreon page, patreon.com/code05. Be sure to use the digits 05. Thanks for listening to Code 0.5.